Hey everyone, have a here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be discussing the new Saiyan Day Kid Goku drop times, along with the other EZAs that's going to happen, primarily the details and full details for the Path to Power Goku EZA. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So I was kind of in the middle of making a full details video for the Path to Power EZA only, and then the data download dropped for the JP version of the game. So I was like, okay, great, I'll just cover portions of this as well. So as you can see here, the drop times for the new Chi-Chi and the Kid Goku is going to be basically tomorrow, March 17th, when I'm recording this video here. Tomorrow at 11:18, Saiyan Day with the 3:18, but 11:18 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So check your time zones for whenever that time works for you. And remember that we're back at daylight savings time. Just keep that in mind. So it's PDT versus PST. All right. So a lot of confusion in terms of figuring out your local time zone. So yeah, daylight savings is currently up right now. So it seems like also we're going to get a new World Tournament unit and World Tournament. That's seemingly what we're going to be getting here with 3 new EZAs. I'm very interested in seeing what this unit looks like. We are going to be using Google Translate in terms of these right here. However, we will have the full on breakdown for the Path of Power Goku here in full English. So let's go ahead and first take a look at the card arts for the new Kid Goku. I do like the SSR. It's a little different, right? Generally, you don't have an action pose in an SSR. I actually like it. So, you know, full on cuteness here, but let's then now break down the Path to Power EZA, because again, this was like, I was making the video for this, and then the data download dropped. We'll cover all the other stuff after I go through this unit here, which seemingly they did a really good job, right? So when you look at this unit here, the design is really used for this unit as a support unit for the new Kid Goku, being that it's the same name as the Saiyan Day Kid Goku here. Path to Power needs to be a floater, and then the Saiyan Day Goku is going to be in first position, and this should work out just fine. Leader skill is still relevant, right? DB Saga Youth, Exploding Rage, you get that plus additional 1 key. It's still at a 200% boost for Dragon Ball Seekers and Bond of Friendship. I really wish Bond of Friendship was the boost for this new Kid Goku. I really wish that was the case. Earthbred Fighters, Bond of Friendship would have been amazing. But alas, it's a lot more restrictive in terms of getting the 220 or 250, 220% boost for the Saiyan Day Kid Goku. So super attack here greatly raises attack and raises defense. That's the change there. For 1 turn, it doesn't stack and causes immense damage to enemy. And then you do have 2 different unit super attacks. You have the Dragon Team Assemble and the Friendship Attack for Hachan. And then if you have Yamcha, Master Roshi Oolong, Bulma Youth, or Bunny Bulma, you're going to get massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and then you also greatly lowers attack. So a little bit more benefit. I'm not sure how many times you're going to be having these units here running in the same turn. I'm just going to have to mess around in terms of team builds to see if that actually works. Let's go ahead and dive into the passive skill here. This is where all the goodness starts. So let's take a look at the basic effects here. It did get a substantial boost from 59% to 159% attack and defense. You do have an additional category in Dragon Ball Seekers getting this Ki plus 3 versus Ki plus 2 and 50%. So this is a full-on support unit. On top of that, you have Rainbow Orb Changing, which is going to be highly beneficial as well. So Rainbow Orb Changer, 50% support for these 3 categories here. You have also an additional 159% boost for when your key is 12 or more. So you're going to get this and this. Really nice. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't remember, this is a nuking unit. So for every key you obtain, instead of 20%, you're getting 30% for attack and defense. That's very strong. And then for every rainbow key you obtain, you're going to get a chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction at 10%. So generally, even with orb changing, 3 to 4 is really what you're going to get on average. Getting 5 is still very difficult to do. So you're probably going to get mostly like 30 to 40% damage mitigation And if you can get 50, that would be amazing. Would have been nice to see a little bit more in damage reduction, but you can have that opportunity right down here. Because they added this interesting mechanic where if you're going to be running as a floater position, and which in this case works the best for this unit here on the new Saiyan Kid Goku team, for 3 key sphere obtained, or for only 1 key sphere obtained as the third attacker return, you get a defense 159%. So if you're not going to run this in third position for some apparent reason, you get locked up, you have some issues there, you're not really hurt too much. You have to grab 2 more key spheres for you to get that same buff of 159% for defense. And then 5 or more key spheres obtained, or 3 or more key spheres obtained if you're the third attacker to turn if you're a floater. Launch an additional attack has a great chance of becoming super attack. That's very, very powerful. And then if 7 or more key spheres obtained, or 5 or more key spheres obtained, that's way easier to do, you're going to get all allies chance to perform critical hit and damage reduction 8%. It doesn't say self-excluded, so it might boost yourself up as well. So that'll give you that little extra boost there. And then all allies attack defense 8% for 2 turns. It would have been also nice if this right here activated for 2 turns, and then it also activates this for 2 turns as well. I think that would have been really, really nice. But ultimately, this is a strong EZA. I was worried about him getting EZA'd so early, but it makes a lot of sense for him to EZA in this celebration. And I do really like this third attacker. It's designed now for a floater unit as a floater support. And hey, I love floater support units. So being that this is a nuking unit and a rainbow orb changer, it's looking really, really solid. So let's take a look at the active skill here that won't change. You do have this kind of finishing effect here, raises attack by 800% temporarily and causes damage to enemy within the turn activated, and then attacks 59% and become attacks have 59% chance of becoming critical hits. It would just been nice to just have critical hits. And then can be activated when the character receives 8 or more, receives an attack 8 or more times in the battle, or when HP is 59% or less. So not as important here, but it's nice to have this little additional active skill. All right, let's moving on to the remainder of these units here. As you can see here, we do have some EZAs that's happening in the World Tournament. So we expect World Tournament to be what we're going to do here. Let me actually go back here. Let's actually look at, I want to look at Jackie Chun first, or Jackie Chan first here. So these are going to be support units, double support. Oh, no, different. Youth category, defensive boost, Kamehameha, offensive boost. Crit chance increased for Earthling category. Yeah, each rainbow orb obtained 10%. That's nice there. Yeah, okay. Fine. Nothing too crazy here. This is where I want to see if he becomes relevant at all. For a team that's not really relevant, unfortunately. 150 attack defense 20% for future Okay, so here this is a double support. Future and space traveling word? No. Time travelers. So for future and time travelers, you're gonna get a 40% boost plus 2 to key there. Nice. Every time you get attacked, up to 150%. 100% when attacking. Attack of all allies increased by 20% for each attacking turn. Guard, okay. Guard. Then you have Goku Black or Zamasu in the same turn. It's fine, I guess. The guard helps, but yeah, it's more just a support unit overall, which that's what I kind of expected. Let's look at the Gotenks. Good old World Tournament units. Another kind of double support here. You have a bit of orb changing, which is nice. Fusion, and then what's boys and girls? I forget what boys and girls is. That's not youth, is it? Is that youth category? That's youth category, right? Attack and defense 30%. Fusion attack. Okay, that's not bad at all. Damage reduction every time you activate a super attack within the turn, 10%. Okay. Do you have a baseline damage mitigation? Nope, you don't. Sure don't. Yeah, not really usable. You need like some sort of dodge or something if you're gonna want. You're gonna need something viable, right, for you to run this as a support unit. Like 10% damage mitigation every time you do a super attack, and you're probably only doing like 3 or 4. It's not good enough. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not putting too much effort in terms of EZA usable units for endgame. For World Tournament units. And this is, again, are they going to change World Tournament too? Because we're just kind of tired about it. This is not going to awaken either, so it's just an SSR for now. Yeah, nothing too spectacular. World Tournament, tournament participants, and then World Tournament gets a double boost there. All right, well, that's kind of about it. I'm just going to ramble on here, but tell me what you guys think about the celebration. Path to Power Goku's EZA, I think, is really good. The Saiyan Day Kid Goku, I think he's really good as well. Are you guys summoning? Or are you guys finally going to take a break after the craziness of the 10-year anniversary? Well, anyway, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.